Hello everybody and welcome to The Daily Deal. So this is the new thing I kind of want to start doing with the channel. I'm going to keep doing Guild Wars 2 stuff obviously, but I do fancy trying to do some more variety gaming stuff. I've been mono gaming for like so long, or at least I feel like I don't do enough in terms of sheer variety or the amount of choice that there's actually out there at the moment. So I thought I'd do this series where pretty much every single day we have a look at a different game that is currently under some kind of deal on the internet. Primarily I think at the start that's going to be through Steam, because Steam do a daily deal. So that's what we're currently looking at. This is Metal Drift. It's currently the daily deal on Steam, and it's a pretty good game actually. These are going to be kind of review-ish videos that are post-commentated after I've actually played the game, and there'll also be another video, an expanded look, which if you're more interested in will be more long form, and it's actually me getting in there and experiencing the game and kind of getting to grips with it for myself, which you'll find a link to at the end. But for these I kind of just want to throw out my general opinions of the game in a more basic short form so you can see whether it's something you're even interested in or not. So this game in particular, Metal Drift, is a really weird genre blend. It's basically an objective-based first-person shooter vehicle game. I dare not say racing game. There's not so much racing in it, though there are times obviously where you're going to be racing alongside other people, but it's primarily about shooting one another and trying to complete objectives and win for your team. It's team-based, and all of the action occurs within a giant arena, like a massive stadium. There's only a handful of maps actually on the game that you can experience, and they all generally built around the same objective, though I have heard that apparently at some time in 2012 there's going to be, or has been, an update that will add another game type, but primarily it seems to be about the one the game's launched with, at least right now. And what is that objective? What's the point of the game? Well, there's two sides, and the goal is to score more points than the other guys before the time limit runs out. You do this by grabbing a ball which spawns in basically the middle of the arena, and you need to score that in your opposing team's zone. So it's a little bit like the opposite I kind of think of as capture the flag. Like, you don't go in and take something out of their base, rather you're going to put something in their base, and once you've done so you score. Now, everyone can shoot one another, and everyone has the capacity of carrying this ball to score the points, but you can have as many as 6 aside going at it on the arena. So it's actually kind of fun. It's really weird to be shooting in this vehicle, quite honestly, in first person, while still having independent control of your weapons for the vehicle. So you can be driving forward and accelerating in one direction, but you'll turn the camera and be shooting someone else while still moving in the same place, which is really cool. I think a lot of vehicular shooting games kind of bump you out into third person, and this perspective, it's unlike anything I personally have ever played before, but it works. It's kind of clunky at first, I would definitely say, with the controls. Maybe it's got a slight learning curve there, but it is reasonably intuitive, and one of the main controls for the game, if you ask me actually, is the middle mouse button. When you click it, it will center your guns back in the direction your vehicle is actually moving in. So after a while you get used to clicking this, and it doesn't disorient you as much as the footage might make you think it can be disorienting. The tanks, as they're called, the vehicles themselves, can be upgraded in many different ways. I think one of the main criticisms when this game came out, which was around 2009, was that you would be gated in your options. You'd have to level up, you'd have to get experience through playing the game before you could unlock all of the different stuff that was available to you. But I actually don't think that's too justified. It doesn't look like there's anything seriously game-breaking you get at like level 40, which is the max level in the game, that you'd have to grind through before you can ever be on equal footing with other people. It's just more variety. And also, I haven't even played the game for that long. I've played it about 90 minutes, and I'm already coming up on level 10. So it doesn't seem to take too long, and even if it's not a flat leveling rate, the speed that I was already getting them, I can't imagine it being too difficult to get to max level. Though, again, I've only played for 90 minutes. It might suddenly hit you with a wall. That could very much happen. But yeah, there's certainly a lot of interesting things you can do there. There are only a few maps. There aren't that many assets, honestly, to the game. But the core gameplay itself is quite strong. There is a lot you can improve on. Just your handling of the vehicle, and obviously your aim can be all improved. But then you can improve other things, like the type of vehicle you're using, the specific setup you want to do, and even when you possibly could take this to a competitive level, how you actually gel with the other members of your team. Though I hold my breath a little bit on that last point, because the one thing this game really is lacking that does kind of put a nail in it a little bit is there isn't much of a community, which is a serious issue for a game like this, which is kind of reliant on there being a community. Yes, you can play with bots if no one's online to play with. Like for me, for example, it's on deal today, so you'd expect more people to be playing it, and yet there were still only around 3 people I saw online. But you can play with bots even if those people aren't there, and they'll just dynamically swap the bots in exchange of the players for matches. So if you want to do a 6v6 fight and there aren't 6 humans, it doesn't matter, it will just replace the other guys with enemy AI, which actually has a lot of different levels of difficulty. I started playing by practicing on the AI, and it was pretty challenging actually, maybe just because I was just learning the game, but they certainly do hold their own, and it's better that there's bots in the games rather than nothing. But that is something to consider. I don't think it's terrible, but this is a game that's kind of based around PvP, but there aren't too many human players to play with in there at the moment. I think that's the main issue with the game that I found. But for the price it currently is, it's 75% off. I thought it was a nice thing at least to start off. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it that much. It's not really my kind of game. I don't play a lot of kind of vehicle games or particularly racing games, but I had a blast with it. It was pretty good. It was pretty fun. It was very interesting. They got some weird mechanics going on where you can boost, you can go very quickly in the game by spending power, and you earn this power through shooting people, and this is a really nice mechanic because what it does is it gives the attackers the advantage. You're all in tanks that essentially can move the same speed, but if you're pursuing someone, you can shoot at them, which gives you power, which allows you to boost, which allows you to get closer to them. So there's always that attacker's advantage, and it's far more involved than just simply someone grabbing the ball and then quickly going to score it before anyone can do anything about it. So they have thought about quite a few things. There is a fair bit of depth to the game. The only other thing I would say maybe that was a little bit irritating for me is the combination of the UI and the amount of screen that's taken up by your actual vehicle, which in itself is showing UI elements basically. Your shielding and your health levels and reloading and so forth. All of this really does take up a lot of the screen. Like, it was quite jarring to me. So if you're a fan of the more minimalistic style of UI, then this might not be the game for you. Though having said that, as I say, there aren't too many different stadiums or different types of maps. Honestly, there aren't too many unique assets or much eye candy there in the game in the first place. I think the idea is more it's about learning the maps rather than just going ooh and ah. So having all the information there nicely presented on the screen will be nice for people that want to get competitive about it. But yeah, it's a good game. It's a fun game. Don't let me drag you down with all this competitive talk. It's very arcadey. It's very pick up, play, blast the crap out of some stuff, and then put it down. And I had fun with it while I did. I would say it's worth the price currently on the daily deal. Would I spend money on it if it wasn't on the daily deal? I don't think so, honestly. It may be because it's not necessarily my kind of game, but it's something unique. If you've had a bit of an itch for a shooter vehicle game that's also first person and is also objective based in an arena, then maybe Metal Drift is the game for you. I got a lot more thoughts on the game too, but that's just a bit of an overview for you guys. If you want to see more, I do have an extended look, as I say, which you'll have a link to in a second. And let me know about this series as well, guys, because, as I say, I kind of want to do some more variety stuff. It's very easy, I think, on YouTube to kind of get railroaded into just one type of thing, and I'm already kind of feeling like I can't do stuff outside of Guild Wars 2, which isn't a great feeling. So, yeah, I kind of want to try and do some other stuff too. Guild Wars 2 will continue, as I say, and please let me know. Hopefully, this can be the start of something really good, and we'll go places. So, do let me know what you think, how I can improve, whether you liked it, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next Daily Deal. See you next time, everyone.